Hello everyone, it's the 6th of May 2021. I thought I'd give you a little bit of an update on what's been going on. If you do like these updates, and I've had a fantastic response from the last one, lots of people have sent in their comments, over 250 the last time I looked. Please make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you know when the next one's going to be, because I might be able to give them, I don't know when I can give them because I've got work commitments and family commitments and all sorts of other things going on in my life. So do subscribe and hit that bell, and I'll get you up to date on what's going on here in Mallorca, and to some extent what's going on, things that affect Mallorca as well. And so one of the things that's been affecting Mallorca this week is the politics, and it's politics in Spain and it's politics in the UK. And it's election time, or it has been election time. Wednesday in Madrid there was an election, and in the UK it's election today, which is Thursday, and lots of councillors in the UK are going to be elected. And this has an effect on how the government makes decisions and how they announce decisions. So things have been a little bit delayed for one reason or another, but it's largely to do with the politics. So in Madrid, we've got most of the results are in now, and the Conservative Partido Popular have more than doubled the number of seats that they have. They still don't quite have an overall majority, but with the Vox party, which is another right-wing group, they will be able to form a government in Madrid. This is a local government in Madrid, not national government. So I think the Prime Minister, who is socialist, has sort of held back a little bit on making any other announcements, trying not to affect the results of the election in Madrid. And the same's been happening in the UK. Some decisions and announcements have been held back so as not to influence the elections. The main thing in Spain is the state of alarm, and the state of alarm ends on Sunday, and that means the restrictions of curfew, the numbers that can meet together, and all the other restrictions that we've had effectively end, and the national government have no intention of putting anything in its place. That's put a lot of pressure on local governments. The autonomous regions have now had to work out their own rules. And so here in the Baleares, the islands, our president has said she definitely wants to have a curfew, and she definitely wants to restrict people where they can meet and how many people can meet. And so she's quite keen to keep the restaurants and bars only open at certain times, keep the interiors closed and so on. And so she went to the public prosecutor and said, I want to do all of this, and he said, no, that's beyond my remit, I can't say yes to that. So she then had to go to the High Court, and she went to the High Court, and the High Court said, well, you haven't even agreed this in the government, so how can we agree it? So hastily last night the government had a meeting, and they approved the restrictions that they want, which is the curfew. They approved the number of people meeting and all of the restrictions that go along with that. And that then got sent off to the High Court today. And it wasn't plain sailing. There are 5 judges, and of the 5 judges, 3 agreed and 2 disagreed. So she got away, but it wasn't as easy as perhaps some people were expecting. So as of Sunday, there'll be effectively no change. We still have a curfew, which will be 11 o'clock till 6 o'clock, and bars and restaurants will have the same opening times. They can open till 5 o'clock in the evening, then they close, and then they can open the evening from 8 o'clock to 10:30. So pretty much things are going to be the same. So now back to the UK. In the UK, well, we're waiting for this green, amber, red list to come out from Boris Johnson, and I'm pretty sure that it's because of the elections today. He's really put that off, and we'll probably get that on Friday, tomorrow. Still big hopes that Mallorca will be on the green list, but it's certainly not sure. And even if it is, it doesn't mean that you can come. After the 17th of May, when we're fairly sure that the restrictions for foreign travel are going to be eased, you still won't be able to come to Spain unless you've got a good reason, and holiday is not a good reason. So the Spanish government, one of their recent updates said that no one outside the EU can come to visit Mallorca or anywhere else in Spain for that matter unless there's a good reason. So there are a few exceptions, but holidays is not one of them. So you cannot come on holiday to Spain at the moment until after the 31st of May. After that, we're not sure. We're going to have to wait and see what rules there are. So we're waiting for this green list. If there is a green list, then you'll be able to come on holiday here after the 31st of May, and you won't have to go into quarantine on your return. And that's the big point, going back into quarantine. You may still need to have the PCR tests, and they are very expensive. Although I've heard that in England they're trying to reduce the price of them. Some of the airlines are trying to subsidise them. Here at the moment they cost about €90 a shot, so it's quite an expensive item for a family, and I've had messages from many families saying it's just all too uncertain, we're going to leave it for 2021 and we'll book up for 2022. However, there could be something that might help, and that's from the European Union, who are trialling in Spain as we speak. During this month they're trialling a COVID passport or a COVID certificate, which will say whether you've had your vaccinations or you've had a PCR test, and you'll be able to show that at a border. And if you have had your vaccinations, then you're free to travel. You don't need the PCR test, and you wouldn't need to quarantine. So that could be happening. Well, it looks as though it will be happening for EU citizens. How the UK government is going to respond to that, we have yet to find out. This EU COVID certificate is going to be free. It's not going to. There's going to be no charge for it. So it could mean the saving of hundreds of euros for families coming on holiday to Spain. The vaccinations have been moving apace here, and we've currently had about 285,000 vaccinations, with the promise originally of 100,000 per week during May. That seems to have dropped down to 80,000, but it still seems as though there's going to be a lot of vaccinations here. I've seen pictures of queues outside the vaccination centres, and so hopefully that will speed up the process. Currently, Mallorca's not been doing too well. Only just about a quarter of the population, the adult population, have been vaccinated, and that really needs to be put up considerably higher. But if May is not going to be a holiday season, and we're putting it off to June, and they do manage to get another 250,000, that would be half of the population, more or less, being vaccinated. And they are announcing that 70% of the population will be vaccinated by August, so in July the rest will be vaccinated. Well, we'll see how that goes. A little bit of a weather update. It's been a bit cool, I thought, today, but the temperatures are picking up, and 23, 24 over the next couple of days. Maybe a little bit of rain next week. On Tuesday, the weather forecast I looked at this morning said that we might get a few spots of rain. But it's definitely getting better, so it's a bit cloudy at the moment. Just looking out on from my terrace, it's a little bit cloudy, but the temperature's quite pleasant. Concerts, we had a fantastic concert last week that I told you about. A violinist, a young 19-year-old girl, was absolutely stunning on the violin. If you get a chance to see her on YouTube, she was really, really good. And tonight, not one of the regular concerts, they've got an extraordinary concert, which is to remind us about how people have suffered during the time of crisis and how to look forward to a brighter future. So we're looking forward to that concert tonight. It's got a very full programme, and I'll let you know what that's gone like a little bit later on. And so that's pretty much the news from me here in Mallorca. There's just a little postscript for those of you who've been following the dinner set saga. Anita did eventually go in today to order the dinner set. It's not in stock, so she's placed the order, and in about 3 or 4 weeks' time they're going to deliver it. But she did manage to pick up some pieces, so you can give the verdict. She managed to bring a bowl, a small bowl, and a big bowl, just to show me. So this is what she's ordered, the dinner set, and hopefully within a month's time we should have that. So thank you for watching. I hope you found this interesting. Hopefully be out and about sometime this weekend to make a video somewhere. I'm not sure where yet. And if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and the bell so that you know when I upload my next video. And I'll see you in the next one. So bye for now.